Hello and welcome to Top Gear India. We're in the city of Jaipur to test the all-new Hero Xtreme 160R. And not a lot has changed. A few changes in the suspension, few changes in the engine, and today we're going to tell you all that's new with this motorcycle and if it's actually worth the higher price. So like you have already seen, we have the all-new Hero Xtreme 160R. So now let's talk a bit more about this motorcycle in detail. Now, in terms of styling, like I said before, I really like the styling, I like the color, I like the paint quality. It's got this little pearlescent effect in the black over here, whereas the rest of it is matte. I even like how nicely the logo is sort of like built and embedded. It's not a sticker, makes it feel quite premium. And yeah, I mean, all around, this motorcycle just looks handsome, stealthy. However, my gripe with this motorcycle is when you come to the back. Yes, the smoked out tail lamp does look different, but I don't think it looks particularly nice in my opinion. I didn't like it all that much. In fact, I thought the rear looked a bit too boxy and bulky, a bit weird. And given that all other motorcycles in this class have like a nice tapered rear end, I think maybe I'm just used to seeing that. But yeah, this seemed a bit odd to me. But yeah, that's that. Now, that's styling out of the way. Styling is a bit more personal, so you guys let me know what you think. I do give props to Hero for putting LEDs all around the bike. That's a neat little touch. Now, the seats, again, well padded, soft. The riding triangle, the ergonomics are quite nice. Like if I sit on the motorcycle, again, it's very easy for me to flat foot. This is a very comfortable riding style. Again, this motorcycle is really light, very nimble. So it's a great motorcycle to sort of like go around the city. Even I think shorter riders, girls, younger riders will not find it very intimidating, this motorcycle. It's quite friendly, quite approachable, and quite comfortable even for the pillion. These huge grab rails over here. Okay, now in terms of performance, now this is where all the money has gone. In terms of performance, this makes about 16.8 bhp of power, about 8,000 RPM, which again is not exactly the top tier in its segment. Its competitors make slightly more power, but what it lacks in terms of power, it also lacks in terms of weight, and it's a lot lighter than its competitors, which gives it a good advantage. And according to Hero's claims, it has the fastest 0 to 60 times over here and the best top speed. Now I'm not sure about the top speed. I managed to do about 118 kilometers per hour on this motorcycle at Hero's test track, and at 118 it was done. It wouldn't be able to go any further. That's it, that's all it could do. Maybe if you're slightly lighter than me, you could probably achieve 1 kilometer per hour more, but yeah, 118 is what I top it off at. To me, the main highlight about this motorcycle is its agility. It's very lightweight and it's so nimble. That's what really makes this motorcycle as friendly as it is. It's not intimidating at all around corners, and in traffic it should be a delight to ride. And especially all you squids out there that love to cut between lines, yeah, you guys will really enjoy this motorcycle because of how easy it is to sort of just drop it into corners and like get it out. When it comes to performance, I'm not very happy with the brakes. They're not bad. I just think that I've experienced better brakes from its competitors. It lacks a bit of feedback, and if you're primarily going to ride it in the city, I doubt you'd ever know the difference. But if you are going to take it around twisties and corners, maybe you would want a bit more feedback from your brakes. But again, it's a minor gripe. It's not a major hunch. The mirrors to me were not that great. I would have probably preferred better mirrors. Even the styling looks a bit okay. But again, at this price, I wouldn't exactly expect the world. I just wish they were slightly wider so I get a better view on the side, especially since this is going to be a city bike for the most part. The headlamp, now it's got LEDs in the front, but the performance to me was adequate. When I was riding it at night, it didn't seem like it was illuminating the road all that great. It was decent enough. I think it's the LED headlamp does more for bragging rights than it does more for usability. The speedometer, again, in broad daylight, it's a bit hard to read. That's something Hero should have fixed, knowing that it was a gripe with the previous bike. And yeah, you know, it's not as legible, and that can be a bit of a pain, especially if you're riding in broad daylight. We are currently in Jaipur over here, and it's sunny, it's summer, so yeah, it's not going to be very eligible. But coming back to the rest of the motorcycle, is it fun to ride? Yes, it is fun. Any motorcycle like this that's light, it's nimble, it's a lot of fun to ride. Does the new suspension make a difference? Yes, till a certain degree, provided you have the kind of roads that allow you to. But I think if you're going to be riding in the city, for the most part, I don't think you need the fancy suspension. You can make do with the regular one. The upside down forks are premium. In fact, I would say it's a bit too premium for this class. For a 160cc motorcycle coming with such high quality premium suspension, that's honestly unexpected. But if you can get it and you are going to spend a lot of time riding this motorcycle around corners and doing fun stuff with it, then yes, do go for the suspension. Otherwise, if you're going to be riding in the city, save the money. So the bottom end, great. Mid-range, could be better. Top end has improved. So I guess Hero has worked on improving the top end a bit more than earlier. It used to be low end and mid-range, not so much top end. Now it has good low end, decent top end, not so much mid-range. So small ride. Now coming to the problem I have with this motorcycle, it's the way the variants are laid out. So the standard variant, you get the engine and you get your basic Xtreme 160. Now then you pay a bit more, you get the connected variant that allows you a bit of Bluetooth wizardry over here, small little things that you can do. But then when you go for the Pro variant, which is the top of the line variant, you have no connectivity involved, which is a bit odd that I'm paying about 4,000 more than the Bluetooth variant and I lose out on the Bluetooth connectivity and I only get the suspension. So it's a trade-off. If you want the connected variant, you get the connectivity but you don't get the KYB suspension. If you go for the Pro variant, you get the suspension but you don't get the Bluetooth connectivity. And that can be a bit of a miss. Personally, I think you don't need the suspension for your day-to-day usage. I think the Bluetooth connectivity does just fine if you're really into Bluetooth, or if you are going to go around corners, then maybe go for the suspension and not the Bluetooth. Personally, I never really use Bluetooth on a motorcycle unless you are giving me some advanced features like turn-by-turn navigation or something that I can realistically use on a daily basis and I really need to rely on. I don't think I would ever need Bluetooth. So yeah, if it were up to me, I would skip the Bluetooth and go for the suspension. But I think for most people that maybe like the gimmick of having Bluetooth should probably go for the Bluetooth, because the suspension doesn't make, it's not a night and day difference between the upside down forks and the non-upside down forks version. So yeah, pricing again, compared to the 2V, it has gone up slightly, but you are getting a lot more for your money. You are getting a more well-rounded package, and I'll give that to Hero. Is this the most fun commuter that you can get? Perhaps. I think it's a lot of fun mainly because of how agile it is, and I think this is a good entry point to new riders, people stepping in. People that are usually intimidated by the weight of heavy motorcycles will find this quite friendly and nice and accessible. But if it wasn't for that, and Hero's service network, if it wasn't for these two things, I don't see any reason recommending this motorcycle over the others, because there are certain factors that those other motorcycles do a bit better. The TVS to me has slightly better brakes. The Pulsar has slightly better acceleration. So it's a hard press. It depends. But yeah, I like this motorcycle so far, what I've experienced. And at this point, the 160 segment is so competitive and so diluted that it's honestly, it's a marginal difference between all the three competitors. So, you know, pick whatever you like. And you will miss out on a few tiny things, but it won't be a night and day difference. So that's all for this video. Please like, share and subscribe, I guess. And if you like this video, stick around for more further updates on Top Gear India YouTube channel. This is Gavin Rodriguez signing off. Oh, there's so much sun.